Southside to uptown, the city is back, cause we are. I know you see the sun on the map. Yeah, we are. Yeah, cause we been on the map. You could better step when that I put my city on my back. Man, I swear these niggas lying if they say my city down. You could better step when that I put my city on my back.
I'ma do it for my Wizards again. We going all the way this year. What? All right. What is up, Wiz Nation, Wizards fans? What is up? What is up? What is up? Y'all know who it is. It's your boy, Camingo. And yes, we're back for a 5th season of Wiz Nation. That's right, 5 years running. 5 years running. And as a fan, this is my 22nd season as a fan. And we are back, bigger, better than ever. Now, here's what we got on this Wizards season preview show. Here's what we got. We got about this team. We're going to preview the team and a little bit of the offseason. Preview the team, the offseason. We're going to get to my and fans' bold predictions. And my favorite part, the East and West standings, and then we'll close out on my final thoughts. So, let's get to it. Let's talk about the offseason real quick. Let's review the offseason. First in the draft, 10th overall pick, drafted guard from Wisconsin, Johnny Davis, which I will talk about Johnny Davis later on in a moment. And in the second big move in the offseason, a surprise trade where we traded KCP and Ish Smith to the Denver Nuggets for Monte Morris and Will Barton. Now, I love this move. I'm going to tell you right later on, but I'm liking that move there. Third big move, the one that pissed off Wizards fans, not me, but most Wizards fans. Bradley Beal staying in DC for 5 more years. Signed a $250 million contract for 5 more years. Yes, your boy is here to stay. And another move, we signed point guard DeLon Wright to back up Monte Morris, which it was solid. It wasn't like whoa, it was a solid move, but we'll see what he brings. And the surprise move, we signed Taj Gibson. Taj Gibson, a veteran. Now, he's not going to play. Reason why people like, why'd you sign him? Reason why you signed him because of veteran leadership. He's not going to play just to be the daddy in the locker room and the cheerleader on the bench. But he'll play once, in case we got KP back or Gaffer and want us to get hurt. He's gonna fill that void. So he's here to be the cheerleader and the daddy in the locker room. So that's all. But let's talk about this team. Now, our starting lineup, it's not finished yet, because there's one spot that has not been finished. That's the small forward spot. The other 4 are set. Monty starting point guard. You got Bradley Beal shooting guard. Kuzma power forward, and Unicorn Porzingis at center. So, who's gonna be that small forward? Is it Will Barton? Is it Denny Avdija? Is it Rui? Or, surprise, is it Corey Kispert? So, who's the starting small forward for the Wizards? If I had a vote, if I had to choose, it's gonna be Will Barton. You know why? Because Coach Unseld knows Will Barton well. Forget, Unseld was assistant Denver, and he coached him in Denver along with Monte Morris. So that's why he has the vote to be the starting small forward on the team. And plus, besides, Will Barton can give you instant offense wherever needed. I know he's a good defender, but he can explode at any time. I've seen him before in Denver a lot. And as for Monty Morris, I think this is the big year for him. I know Denver last year, Jokic was the offense, so I think this is a huge year for Monty Morris. I know he did filled in for Jamal Murray all year, but I think playing with Brad and of course Unicorn. I'm telling you, Monty Morris. I love your. I saw your media day press conference. I love your confidence, brother. I'm loving your confidence. And like I said, when we got you, you're gonna love playing Porzingis. You're gonna like it. I know Jokic is two-time MVP, but Porzingis is a different animal. And I think he and Brad they're gonna coexist together, really. Now as for Bradley Beal, I'm talking about Bradley Beal for a moment. Bradley Beal, not a lot, but this is to the fans who want him out of here for who knows how long. I will get to every Bradley Beal hater out there on social media. Mark my words. You will get called out on here. You heard it here first. So, as for Kyle Kuzma, I'm gonna talk about him real quick. Kyle Kuzma, I'm liking your leadership, man. I saw you mic'd up in practice. Loving the leadership, man. It's gonna grow. It's growing. And this is a big year for Kuzma too. I know first year, and I was saying he had a great first year. I think second year, hopefully he takes that lead. What's next step? All-star possibly. We'll see. And of course, the unicorn. He played what 15, 17 games for us last year when we got him. So I said, if he can play over 60 games, we're going to be a problem. We're going to be a threat to anybody. I don't care about East Conference, but not to the East, but to the NBA. Trust me on that. Because hopefully he gets back in form. Because he hasn't been before since the injury he had in New York, and then did okay. He did pretty well in Dallas, but you already know you know the story. But Porzingis has to stay healthy if the Wiz want to succeed. Now let's get to my projected bench. You got Lauren Rice in backup point guard. You got Corey Kispert backup shooting guard. You got Danny Avdija backup small forward. Rui backup power forward. He could be small forward, but he's my backup power forward. And of course, Gogo Gafford, Daniel Gafford. So I like this bench. If Rui can come on the bench, and look at this. It's the offense for our bench, offense and defense. DeLon can play D, Danny can play D, Rui and Gafford. It's like this is a defensive bench. And you get offense with Corey Kispert who can shoot. So hopefully Denny's offense got better because I've been seeing him work on his shot in the offensive game in the summertime. If he can get it going, then and hopefully Rui, this is a year for you, Rui. This is a big year for you because this is your last chance for this thing, and this is your last year of your contract. So we want to wait and see. And of course, Gafford, I know what we can do. He's a lot there. As for the others, you got the rookie Davis, Gill, Gibson, Vernon Carey, and Isaiah Ty. Those are the guys who are going to be coming in, you know what I'm saying, when it's a blowout or you know what I'm saying, or when someone gets hurt, they can come in and fill the void. Now I want to talk about Johnny Davis real quick. I want to talk about him real quick. I know Wiz fans, when we drafted him, y'all said, oh my God, he's our bad Bill replacement. He's the future of the franchise. But as you saw in the summer league, you saw him in summer league. He didn't do well in summer leagues, and you saw that. I think this is the year he's gonna sit down and observe, see what happens. He's gonna sit down and watch, cause he can get playing time. Only time he gets playing time unless if Bill, Kispert, or any other guards who get hurt, he'll come in and fill it. So he's me our stay ready guy. Look at Otto Porter when he was playing the Wizards. He was a stay ready guy. He didn't play a lot in his rookie year. And I'm gonna go to Anthony Gill real quick. Anthony Gill, hey man, just stays ready, man. I think we did bring him back for another years, because every time he comes in, he gives you instant offense. I'm like, how does he freaking do this? as for Gibson, Curry, and Ty, yeah, and you already know. I talk about Gibson, but Curry and Ty, they're G League guys. They'll probably come in unless Porzingis is injured or banged up a bit. That's the only time they'll come in and possibly play. So before we go to bed, I'm talking about this team in a minute. This team, I think we got goals for this team. I think the goal is the playoffs, not the play-in, the playoffs. That is the goal for this team. Another goal, get off to a fast start. Remember last year, we were 10-3, we were rah. Oh, it's a different Wizards team, it's a different Wizards team. And somehow we collapsed in a little bit in December. And when we get everybody back on the lineup, and then COVID happened, and Beal got hurt, so, and you know the story. So, goals got to good start, make the playoffs, and another thing, beat the team you're supposed to beat. That's another goal. Because last year, you lost to like bad teams twice. You lost to the Pacers twice, lost to the Kings twice, the Rockets twice, the Blazers twice. Like, you're supposed to beat teams that you're supposed to beat. I don't care who it is. Like, just go out there and beat them for me. And who else he lost to twice. That's all I remember is the Rockets, the Kings, the Blazers, the Pacers. You know what I'm saying? Also, and beat the good teams at least once or twice. I don't care if it's 3 times, impressive, but beat them at least once or twice. The good team, the elite team, the championship teams, etc. So those are my goals for the Wizards: make the playoffs, make the playoffs, get out to a fast start, and beat the team you're supposed to beat. Those are the 3 goals. So we're gonna take a quick break. So after this break, we're gonna get to my and the Wizards fans' bold predictions. We'll be right back.
Heel. Swatted by Kuzma, the volleyball spike. Avdia will lay it up, and Porzingis throws it down.
I'm out of my seat, JK. I'm out of my seat. Down the defense right here. Kyle Kuzma deflating that ball and getting it out to Deni Avdija, throwing the lob to the unicorn.
Okay, we are back. And now is that time. One of my favorite topics on this preview show is the bold predictions. Now, we're going to do mine first and then the fans next. Now, in past years, I have 3 bold predictions. But this year, I got 5 bold predictions for the Wizards. Let's get started. Number 1, Beal, Porzingis, Kuzma will be the best scoring trio in the NBA. And I'm going to tell you why. These 3 guys are capable of give you 20 or 30 points any random given night. I'm going to tell you right now, if those 3 guys score 20 more in the game, those 3 in one game, you're not beating the Wizards. I'm saying it right now. You are not beating Wizards when those 3 are clicking at all cylinders. When they score, defend, whatever. When they do what they want, then you're not gonna beat this team. Let's keep it clear. Number 2, Monte Morris, our new point guard, will be top 10 in assists. Now I don't know how many, but if we top 10 assists, he averaged around 8 assists a game. Kind of last year he averaged like 3 or 4 last year because Jokic was doing all the passing. But this is the year that Monte Morris takes that leap to be one of not one best point guard, but like you know what I'm saying, well, you know what I'm trying to say, but not the best point guard, but one of the good point guards in the NBA. Cause he's still young though. Cause remember, I think he was a G League guy, and then turned to a starter last year, and look at now, new team. Can't wait to see what he does. Monte Morris, hopefully your assist will continue from 3 to I think Monte Morris with that assists, he can be a most improved candidate. We'll see. Number 3, one of our forwards will be traded. Is it Rui, Deni, Will Barton again? Who knows? Because we are loaded at that 4 position, and Kuzma as well. We are overloaded at that 4 spot. So one of those 4 guys could be somewhere else middle of the year. Hopefully it's not Kuzma. Anyone but Kuzma. Please do not trade Kyle Kuzma. All right, number 4. Porzingis will play 65 plus games this year. Like I said before the break, if Porzingis stays healthy all year, we are a problem in the East. But not in the East, but in the NBA, period. Because Porzingis is skilled, like very, very skilled. Like one of the top skilled big men in the league. And you see him, and people think like he's finished, he's washed. But in Washington, hopefully, it's a fresh start. Because I know last year he just barely played because he was hurt and then he just got there. But hopefully, full time with us, different story. Number 5, last but not least, Kispert will be one of the best 3-point shooters in turn percentage. Cause he can do it. I think he can be one of the sneakiest shooters in the NBA. Cause we seen guys like he can shoot like he can be like a Joe Harris type of guy from Brooklyn, like you know what I'm saying. He can shoot, but percentage wise, it's up there. Like he don't gotta like shoot like 10 threes a game. He can attempt around like I say 4 or 5 and shoot at a good percentage. So Corey Kispert, hopefully year 2 will be different year. I know last year he had to fill in a lot because Brad was hurt. Hopefully, come this year, he got a lot better. Hopefully. Now let's get to the fans. I want to hear this. The fans. I did it on Facebook and on Twitter. Just in question, what are your bold predictions for the season? Let's see on Facebook. Oh, the homie Darren Burrow said another forgettable lottery pick year. Come on, y'all. Let's be serious here. Too much negative, man. Well, another lottery year. Like, you think we're one of bottom feeders in the NBA again? It's not with this team. Cause you forget we won 35 games last year, and you act like we won just like 25 last year. Now let's see another one. This guy named Wojtek Kinnaz, I can't pronounce his last name. My bold prediction said Wizards will finish 5th in East Conference with 46 wins. They'll face the Bulls, limit them 4-2 in conference finals. They will get a German sweep by the Bucks 1-4. Now that is very, very bold. It'd be just like old time when Wizards beat the Bulls not once but twice, 2005 and 2014, and then lose in second round like almost every year. We're gonna talk about the Bulls later on. We're gonna talk about what number they get in my standings, but that's a very, very bold prediction. Wizards and Bulls in the playoffs again. Let's see. Homie Michael Thompson said, "I think they're a playoff team, likely bottom half of the bracket, but nowhere near dumpster fire. There are some here believe. Yeah, there are some here." I said, don't sleep on this Wizards team. Do not sleep on the Wizards. A guy named Dustin Smith says we win division. I think division doesn't really care about NBA. If you win division, like who cares? It's not the NFL or NHL. It's like if you win division, you get a home playoff game. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that. Like I remember back in the past, if you win division, and you're like a top 2, top 3 seed, but they don't do it no more. They changed the rule like 5, 6, 7 years ago, whatever. All right. Purvis Gardner said we're gonna win 30 games again. East is extremely D. Now East is D, but let's be real here. East is hard, but you never know what could happen because these East games it's a bloodbath. So. And Cliff General said, if all healthy, we can get 50 wins, but another second round exit. Now, 50 wins in East Conference is like a 4 seed or 3 seed in the East. I think 1 or 2 teams are dominant in the Eastern Conference, but if you get 50 wins, then that'll be something we haven't done in like over 50 years or so. So now let's go to let's go to Twitter. At 202 Heartbreak on Twitter says the best of the best. Like, we mean best of the best, like the best team or one of the top 4 team. And he tweeted again and said around 4 to 6. So that's fair, 4 to 6. And Marswago said Eastern Conference threat. I like that. Like I said, we're all healthy. We're gonna be a threat, especially the unicorn. It depends on the unicorn. The homie Ray Rodgers from the Urban Sports Scene says Rui has his breakout season. The son that we've been waiting on since after Russ left. Cause his best year was the year with Russell Westbrook. Hopefully he breaks out, but if he doesn't break out, then he's gonna find a new team. That's all I can say. But Ray, I got something to say to you. Rui could be the one, could be down. Cause if they like Kyle Kuzma more than Rui, then Rui could be out that door, like in a hurry. Cause I did not see this coming. We didn't think all of them Kyle Kuzma come in saying, "Whoa, we can average 17, 18 points a game last year." We didn't see that coming. And if it wasn't for Rui's absence, I don't think this would not happen. And last one, at Wizards Series said the Wizards make the playoffs and avoid the play-in. That's the goal. Avoid the play-in tournament. Cause I know no one wants to face the nation 2 times or 1 time. Make the playoffs and you're good. So that's it for bold predictions. When we come back from this break, one of my favorite parts of the show, the top 10 teams. We're going to do the West first. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Diggs by the perimeter on that play defensively to get that hand in there.
Beal turns the corner. Oh, Bradley Beal with the emphatic stuff.
Throw it down. B. Bill.
Turn it over.
Okay, we are back, and now it's that time again. One of my favorite parts on the preview show. I reveal my top 10 teams in the West. We'll do the East later on, but we'll do the West first. 4 teams in the play-in and 6 who make the playoffs. Let's go. Number 10. Here's a little surprise. The Sacramento Kings. Now I'm going to tell you why. Kings fans are hungry to get in the playoffs. They've been waiting for almost 20 years. 20 years for something. For something. I think this is the year to do it. Because you got De'Aaron Fox. You get a full season with Domantas Sabonis, who came in a trade last February. And you got the rookie Keegan Murray, who balled out in the summer league. So, and you got a shooter. What's his name from Atlanta? Kevin Huerter in a trade to pair with De'Aaron Fox, which I like, by the way. And you got a new coach in Mike Brown. We'll see what he's about. Because he hasn't coached in a long time. We did win rings and Golden State, you know what I'm saying, as an assistant. But Kings, this is your one shot to get to at least in the play-in tournament. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully a shot in the playoff, but we'll see. Number 9, the LA Lakers. Now I'm going to tell you why. I understand you got LeBron, AD, and Russ. You got a new coach in Darvin Ham. And Darvin has questioned, are you going to put Russell Westbrook start on the bench and start Patrick Beverley? I'm like, really? You want to start a future off-hammer over I don't know what you call Beverley, you know what I'm saying? Because he's just a good defender, you know what I'm saying? But the key to Lakers is AD's health. If AD stays healthy, they're a playoff team. Like the year when he won a championship in 2020, AD's healthy, they're a top team. But if not, then they're basically a playing team yet again. And real quick before we move on, the one Lakers weakness, they got no shooters. They got no 3-point shooting whatsoever. So Lakers want to be a top team, they gotta make a trade at some point. All right, moving on to number 8. Number 8, the Minnesota Timberwolves. Now I'm gonna tell you why. Like I know they got Rudy Gobert in a blockbuster trade, but think about this: they gave up too much to get Rudy Gobert. I know people are like, "Oh my God, Rudy Gobert and Cat, this gonna be a good big man duo. Like, who gonna stop them?" But I know it's great and all, but I know you got Ant-Man and Russell, but there's still a very young and dumb team. You know what I'm saying? Because look at last year in the playoffs last year when I gave those games away against the Grizzlies. It could have easily won that series. But Ant-Man, he's the guy. Ant-Man has to, if he gets into like, if he averages like close to like 27 games and goes up, then Timberwolves gonna be something to look out for. All right, we are number 7. Number 7, the New Orleans Pelicans. Now I'll tell you why. I know they're a young team. They got Zion back. Finally, he's played ball in forever. You got CJ, you got Brandon Ingram. I like your coach and Willie Green, but they showed promise last year after challenging the Suns in the playoffs last year. With Zion back, but here's the key: if Zion's healthy, plays over 60 games, something like that, they could easily be a top 4 team in the Western Conference. Honestly, because Zion he's a force, man. He's like the Western Conference of Giannis. So I got them at 7. Moving on to number 6. Number 6, the Dallas Mavericks. Now I'll tell you why. I think they could take a step back, because we've seen teams who make a lucky run to the finals and have a fluke the next season. We saw with the Miami Heat in bubble made the finals, and next year they got swept in the first round. We saw with Atlanta in 2021 made the conference finals of the year. The next year they lost in the first round. So, and I like the move they made. You still got Luka. I like the move to get Christian Wood, JaVale McGee. You get Tim Hardaway Jr. back, but you did lose Jalen Brunson, which I think will hurt, because you need some point guard play to pair up with Luka, because Luka can't do everything. You know what I'm saying? I don't lose my favorite player, but like, if they can get another point guard, possibly in a trade, then it could be a top 14 in the Western Conference yet again. All right, number 5, the Memphis Grizzlies. Now, there's another team who could take a step back. Last year, they had a great season last year, a spectacular season. It was their best season in their franchise. They won a lot of games without John Moran, which was a crazy record. But the reason I got them down 5 because they're going to miss Jaren Jackson in the beginning. Because that injury could hurt the Grizzlies. Like, he's their anchor on defensive end. But so John Moran, he's got to be healthy if Memphis wants to succeed this season. So if their record is sustainable, before Jared comes back, it could be a force in the Western Conference yet again. All right, number 4, the Denver Nuggets. You got Jamal Murray back. He is finally back. You got KCP, and you got him trade from my Wizards. You got the 2-time being Jokic, Aaron Gordon, and Michael Porter Jr. And the reason why y'all got 4, because I think we got to let go of Monty Morris. I think you believe in at Bones kid, Bones Highland kid, who's in second year in the league. So if he elevates his game another level, then Denver, this is the year Denver, they got something. I know Jokic, you're a 2-time MVP. You got to get to the championship. I know you're great, but next step for you is the title. All right, number 3, the Phoenix Suns. Now, I know they've been getting a lot of drama because their owner got suspended and all that, but they're still a good team. I know they're about to trade Jay Crowder soon, but they can get a good power forward in the trade for Jay Crowder. They might get to the top finally. Still got Chris Paul, Booker, Cam Johnson, DeAndre Ayton, And Aiden is the kid. I know Aiden was MIA after that meltdown they had last year. Not him, but the whole team. So hopefully that the loss just pissed him off, because Chris Paul, I think my favorite personally, he got to get a ring. Please get a ring. All right, number 2, the Golden State Warriors. Now, reason why? Because they don't care what number you are. It's just want to win a championship. That's all. Still got Steph, Clay, Draymond, Jordan Poole, but you did get James Wiseman back. I know you lost guys like Gary Payton and others, and Otto Porter, all that. You lost some guys who won a championship, but they're still the Warriors. So that's short and sweet. Number 1, easily number 1, the LA Clippers. You get Kawhi Leonard back. You get Paul George back. And you got my boy John Wall. You got Marcus Morris and head coach Tyronn Lue. They got everything. They probably the deepest team in the NBA, probably. And real quick before we go back to Wiz fans, I know you root for the Clippers this year, but we ain't going against my Wizards. Cheer for the Wizards. And real quick, I got a little question for y'all. If the Wizards somehow play Clippers in the finals, who would y'all root for? Like, come on now. All right, that's it. So who you think who your top 10 in West Conference is? So after the break, we're going to Eastern Conference. We'll be right back.
Here's Beal. 8 seconds. Beal. Kuzma for 3. Got it again! Clutch Kuz once again does it!
Bananas right now. Beal again with the pass. He bobbled it. Kuz got it up quick. Like ice cream. Just nailed it. Look at this. He had no follow through. There wasn't a freeze to finish. He let it go. You know who used to shoot like that in the old days? Bob McAdoo.
All right, we are back. And now it is time for the East. This was a hard decision because the East is very tough. But here we go. Let's go to number 10. Number 10, the Chicago Bulls. Now I'm going to tell you why. The Bulls, they are kind of fragile because no, Lonzo Ball is possibly out for the season. Like, he makes that team go. Without him, there's no true playmaker on that team. You still got DeMar DeRozan. You got Levine, Vucevic. But it depends on the health of Patrick Williams. Because I know he missed a lot of time last year. You still got Alex Caruso. And that kid, what's his name? He's about second year. Is it Osu Duma, whatever his name is. I'll figure it out. But the Bulls, remember last year, they had a really hot start. Reason why? Because of Lonzo Ball. Lonzo Ball made that team go, along with DeMar DeRozan and all those guys. And then they fell off second half because they had injuries to pretty much almost their whole team. So, without Lonzo Ball, best thing for Bulls is the playing game. All right, number nine. The Toronto Raptors. Now, let me tell you why. This team, they are a small team. They got no actual center whatsoever. Their center is basically is Precious Achiuwa. You still got Siakam, VanVleet, Rookie of the Year in Scotty Barnes. Now, if Scotty Barnes, that's my guy. If you can take this game to a whole new level, like all-star level, then Toronto's gonna be something. I like the move to get Otto Porter, so they are a lengthy team. Their strength is points off. When they get points off turnovers, transition points, that's their key. So one weakness they got is no big and point guard play. They got no pure point guard whatever. No VanVleet, he can score, but he's not a passer. You know what I'm saying? Like when he had a Kyle Lowry in them. So I know Bradley had a good year last year, but I think this year they're a playing team. Number eight. What do you know? My Wizards. Tell you, people are sleeping on the Wizards. I know the media got them as like best as 11 or 12 because they think Porzingis is not gonna play a lot. You know what I'm saying? Bradley Beal made a mistake. You already know made a mistake of staying in DC, but we got the depth, man. We got the depth. We got it, but I think we need one more trade if we want to be a playoff team this year. All right, number 7, the Atlanta Hawks. I'm gonna tell you why. I know, understand you got DeJounte Murray, but that team is kind of overhyped. There's another team who gave up a lot to get a all-star in DeJounte Murray. Backcourt is nice, but their starting 5 is legit. You got Murray, you got Trey, Hunter, you got John Collins, who still has not been traded yet, and Capella. That's your 5. Your bench, your best player on the bench is Bogey and Bogdanovic. So another team that had a good year last year, they want to get back to that conference run they had a year ago. So we'll see Atlanta. I have my eye on them this year. Number 6, the Brooklyn Nets. Now, I don't trust the team at all. I do not trust them whatsoever. Because that team is toxic. I know Kevin Durant won a trade. Kyrie Irving almost became a Laker. Ben Simmons is back. But the reason I got them low because I do not trust Steve Nash. That coach, he has not proven anything whatsoever. He's lucky that he has a superstar team. We had Kevin Durant, Kyrie, and at one point James Harden was on the team. And what happened? No championships. And real quick, if the Brooklyn Nets lose the first round or second round, one or the other, or even worse, miss the playoffs or playing team again, that coach is gone. That's all I gotta say. Number 5. The Miami Heat. Now, they did lose Tucker. They lost one player, but they're still the same team. You got Jimmy Butler, Kyle Lowry, Bam Adebayo, Tyler Heroes there in who's last year's deal. Coach Eric Spoelstra. They're still the same team. They got that Miami Heat DNA, that people call it. And people forget, they brought back Victor Oladipo. If he's healthy, almost all year, he barely came in last year, but if he's healthy, Miami will be a success this season. Number 4, the Boston Celtics. Now, I understand Coach Ime Udoka is suspended for the entire season because I don't want to talk about that, but you still got talent on that team. You picked up Malcolm Brogdon. I like that addition. And I know you picked up Gallinari. He's probably out for the season. Who knows? Their 5 is you got Brogdon. You got Brown, Tatum, Horford, Robert. But Robert, he got to be healthy, man. If he's not healthy, Boston is not that good because he's the anchor of that defense. Without Rob Williams, they're literally a small team because you got to play Horford playing center and everything. But Tatum, he's a problem. Each year he gets better and better and better each year. So I can't count the Celtics just yet. Number three, surprise, the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm telling you, they are a deep squad. There's 5, probably one of the best 5 in the league. You got Garland, picked up Don Mitchell in the trade, Caris LeVert. You got Evan Mobley, Jared Allen. Like they got him, man. Their bench is deep too. You got Rubio's back, man. He's back. You got Isaac Okoro. You got Kevin Love. Kevin Love is still there. Robin Lopez. Like they got a deep squad, man. You know, last year they surprised everybody. They're basically a top 5 team in the Eastern Conference last year before Jared Allen got hurt. You know what I'm saying? And that killed their season and lost 2 playing games and missed the playoffs without LeBron again. But this is the year they'll finally make the playoffs without LeBron James. Number 2, the Sixers. I'll tell you why. The Sixers, they got to make a conference final run. Every year, all losing the second round, every single year. You got Embiid, Harden's full time in Philadelphia. the kid Maxey, Tobias Harris, but that kid Tyrese Maxey can make the game better and better like it did last year. I can see all-star potential in him. So, man, I do like the pickup and get Montrezl Harrell. Cause remember, I said to themselves that they need a backup center, and who they did? They picked up Montrezl Harrell to back up Joel Embiid. And I can see them two actually playing together in a game. So, good job, Philadelphia. So, this the year. This is finally the year that Philly make its conference final for the first time, and since what AI was playing, been a long time when I was a kid. This is no brainer for number one. Number one, the Milwaukee Bucks. Like, it's Giannis, man. He's the Greek freak. You got Middleton, Drew Holiday. I think you're basically the same team you were last year. But if Middleton did not got hurt last year in the playoffs in Boston, they probably would have got back to the championship. So, short and sweet, that's all I gotta say. So, who y'all think is the top 10 team in this conference? Just let me know. All right, when we come back, final thoughts before the season kicks off. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Beal to Gafford. Kicks it out in the corner. Kuzma for the win. Got it! Kyle Kuzma again!
Clutch Kuz.
26 for Kyle Kuzma. It's like Cleveland all over, and he's waving goodbye to the folks in Detroit.
It ain't over yet. It ain't over yet.
0.6 of a second remaining.
But great find by Daniel Gafford, having the patience, the sense of urgency as a big in a crunch situation, finding Dinwiddie, and Dinwiddie being unselfish, finding Kuz in that corner. And you know what? When Kuz caught it and shot it, I knew it was good, JK. I knew it was good.
All right, we're back for one final time. Now, my final thoughts, as if you see my season review show, that there will be some changes this season on this show. First thing, I will be vlogging at Wizards games this season. So if y'all going to a Wizards game, then let me know, and then we can hit up, and you know, so be on my show. So just let me know, because I will be doing some vlogging on the show. Some game I'll be by myself, friends, or family. Doesn't matter. Another thing that this season, remember past years, I do shows at the game, but now this season, it's a weekly show. So after every game on a Saturday or Sunday, then I do a show. So Monday to Sunday, once that week's over, it'll be showtime. But it'll be some game where I could be on break. So, and even in the West Coast, they play in the West Coast on a Sunday, then I do the show on the following Monday, because I don't do shows at midnight or 1 in the morning, whatever time that thing ends. So it's a weekly show this season. So first up, I think we play so that means we play the Pacers the first game, the Bulls, that's the first vlog of the year, that's the first show of the year, and the Cavaliers, and after the Cavs game, then it'll be showtime. So it's gonna be a little different than doing a game after every game, you know what I'm saying? But only time I do a daily show if the Wizards make the playoffs. That's the only time. So, and only time I do a show daily is if there's something bad happens. Some breaking news happens, then you already know I gotta do it. Another thing, one last thing before we head out, is I will be joining some Twitter spaces. You know what I'm saying? I did some space before. I joined in one time, talk some basketball, football, whatever. But some basketball come in, we do basketball. So I might do one. I might join in one. So if you see me in one, then hop on in. So, and before we head out, I got something I gotta say. What we always hear in the shows, about my man Bradley Beal. What we always say, Bradley Beal does what? Bradley Beal thinks. That's right. And for Kuzma, I'm saying, well, Kuzma, he's on what? Cruise control. You know what I'm saying? And when you hear the unicorn, I do my little unicorn sound. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you'll hear that later on the show. But that's it. Thank y'all for watching. Y'all know the deal. Follow me on Twitter at Camingo. Simmonsgram. My Wiz page for Twitter is at Wiz_Nation. Instagram, Nation_Wiz. Thank y'all. It's gonna be a fun year. Can't wait for the season start. Peace.